Hey Jabari, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Ken Kraetzer, CaMMVetsMedia. How was your practice out there in prep for Syracuse? Excuse me, prep for Boston College.
It's pretty good. Just ironing the last few things out before game day.
Well, you bring a tremendous amount of experience this year. I just was noting you've got 50 games played and got nearly 100 tackles. How is it leveraging that experience when you're out on the field? Does the game slow down for you? Are you able to anticipate the plays a little bit more?
Definitely it gives a little edge, but you always have to, play what you see, and you can't, be too anxious and jump something that just because you think.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what you've seen on Boston College on tape. They have a quarterback, a transfer who is throwing the ball 1,000 yards already and can run the ball. What is it? What do you see in that quarterback for Boston College?
They have great athletes all around. They have a good O-line, good receivers, and the quarterback's a playmaker, so it's going to be a good contest.
Very good. When we're talking to Casey Larkin as a safety, what you're looking at as you're waiting, for the play to start. Are there certain keys that you look at? Are you just focusing on the receiver that you're on, or are there any other keys that you focus on?
Just focusing on doing my job on that certain play, whatever Coach Woody gets us in, just focusing on that key.
And how is it for you, senior year? Um, Getting into October, you got these big games. How is your senior year going?
It's just crazy. It feels like it's just all the years gone by so fast. During the year it seems slow, but when you look back on it, all the years just flew by, and now it just got to enjoy each one on its own.
And so, is there a part of the Army that you're hoping for on branch night in November?
Either Signal, Engineers, or FA. So hopefully it's one of them.
Well, those are great choices. Good to see you, Ken.
Hey, Jabari, Ken McMillan from the Times Herald Record.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hey, Jabari, this to stay on Kenny's point, 50 games so far. What does that mean to you to have participated in so many?
It means a lot. It's definitely been a great learning experience as I progressed through all these years, and just being able to give that experience to some of the younger guys that keep it going is it's just a special opportunity.
Do you remember what it was like, those first couple games you saw?
Yeah, definitely as a freshman, really not knowing what I'm doing, just figuring everything out up until now. It's funny and to look back and reflect on that.
Were you blown away when you were given that opportunity as a freshman?
Kind of because I was my first time was against Michigan, and one of our corners got a targeting call, and I was just thrown in there, and it kind of took me by surprise. I couldn't hear anything, and everything was just fast. But as I've grown, the game just slowed down. Been able to kind of lock in.
When did you actually feel comfortable being out there? Freshman year? Was there sometime in the sophomore year, even junior year?
Freshman year, really, I was able to calm down as I kept getting thrown in there. But before every game, it's just you get that feeling. It's just like anxiousness of wanting to be on the field. That feeling never fades. But as you get more comfortable with playing, I feel like your confidence rises.
You mentioned earlier to Kenny about imparting some of your wisdom and experience on the younger players. Does that come with 50 games, or does that come with being a senior at West Point?
Uh, Kind of both. It's always taught. As you start off, you learn how to follow, and as you grow through West Point and this team, you learn how to lead, and just being able to pass those things down and kind of guide and set an example for those younger guys is important here in football, and also down the hill and academically and militarily.
Would you have expected to be here 5 years doing this?
I would have not.
So, I mean, is it cool? Is it good?
Definitely is great opportunity.
But in a way, are you also anxious to get it over with and get into your Army career?
Right. I don't wish any opportunity away, but it's really exciting to just think about what the future's gonna hold and just kind of as we prepare more for that at West Point and about to get out there is definitely exciting to open the next chapter of my life.
I just asked Coach Woody this. The fact is that there are a lot of freshmen and sophomores getting some decent playing time this year. Um, how valuable is that for freshmen and sophomores to be getting that? And are you surprised that they are stepping in as much as they have?
It's definitely important at a young time in your career to actually get thrown in there and see what it feels like. I feel like it boosts their confidence and it allows them to keep growing. It's like a major stepping stone in the process. And I'm not really surprised, each year some freshmen, some sophomore get up there and get some playing time. And that is just good for development and getting out there and making plays and just getting comfortable with the feeling of being out there on Saturdays is very important.
How do you feel about the way you're playing right now?
Good. Coach Dixon, he's a great coach. For the past 5 years, I always learned something new in each meeting. So it's just good to have him and just have him push us the way we are.